I'm using this we created together from our last exercise. So I've just gone back to that same one. However, you created yours for those who have, tried the exercise. So today I'm thinking let's have the last time we looked at how to create drill throughs, you know, but today I'm thinking of how to, put some bookmarks in. Um, and you might want to ask, what does that mean? What are bookmarks? Um, so bookmarks just help us to capture certain view of our reports. So if there's a certain view of your reports that you want to capture in a certain way, so bookmark helps to capture that. Um, then how do we create it? So we go under view, and under view, if you look towards your right there, we have just beside filter, we have a bookmark, and that's the one. So if I click on that, you see it opens up, it adds another pane to what we had before, um, which it calls bookmarks, you know. So that's how to get your bookmarks. It's under view and right towards the right, click on it and you have it here. Okay. So that's how to get to bookmarks. One of the ways that we can use it could be to create like a slideshow, of all of your report pages. Say you want to um, present and you don't want to be clicking from one report, to the other. You can, create bookmark for each of the pages. So how do we create bookmark? So you want to ensure that your view, the report view you have is exactly the way you want it to be. For example, this is what I want at the moment. So I'm just going to click on add bookmark. And there's some explanation here. It says, use bookmarks to capture key data for yourself and others. Filter data to get the states that you want to capture, and then click add. So it's quite sort of intuitive in the sense that it sort of explains itself, you know. So I'm going to click add. This is what I want to see. And I'm going to click add. And straight away you see bookmark one, So this view, if I click on the view, it's brought just this, this page to me. And that page is bookmark, you know. So if I want to exit that view, then I see all of my different pages again. So, and if we click on these three ellipses, we see a few things we can do here, one of which is to rename. So I'm going to rename this bookmark, call it overview, because I created it when I was on the overview page, you know. So that's overview. Say I want to create the same for other quantity. I just need to add again, and I can rename that order quantity. Quantity I just shorten to QTY. Same goes for profit, so I'll add that. Double click on that or use the right ellipse and name that profit. And say I want the profits analysis page as well, which is this one. I'm going to add that and double click on that, and I'll, give it the name that it is, that it's got. So I've got all of those four. So, and each one, I go to overview, I've got that. Order quantity, I've got that. Profit, I've got that. Profit analysis, I've got that. So if I go into the view mode, say I go into the view like that, it's sort of, if you, follow my cursor, bookmarks of 1 to 4 here, where it says overview is the first page. And I can click on that side arrow to click on next, and just sort of walk my way through my presentation, however many pages I've got to present. So that sort of, keeps it tidy, for you. So I'll exit that. So that's one way that you can use bookmarks. And we can, put all of these into a group, because they are sort of all performing the same function now. So I'm going to click Control to pick every one of them together, because I want to group them. Okay. So if I come to the pre-ellipse here, one of the options says group, so it's gone on to put all of those in a group, and we can rename that group, double click, and maybe call it report pages or something, whatever name suits you. We can name that. So that is one way, that you can decide to use your bookmark. That's, I believe, one of the simplest ways actually to use your bookmark. Then it starts to get a little bit more serious when you're sort of tagging it to a bit more functions within your report. Okay. So let's say I've got this page the way it is now. Okay, my overview page. Okay, this one. So on that overview page, I want to be however many filters I apply on my report. I want to be able to just click on this image here to take off every of the filters at the same time. And what I mean by that is this. Okay, so if I've come here, 2019, and I'm filtering on to Contoso, and I'm saying, okay, maybe Armenia. So this is that I've got 3 filters, all working at the same time on this page. So I want to take all of them off. I don't want to have to go into each one of the filters to unfilter. I want one button, that I can just use and click, and it clears all of the filters. I've just gone on to pick this image, from the web. I just snipped it, saved it to my documents, and then I imported it, used insert. I imported it as image, from my um, from my folders there. So that's how to get it in. That's how that image got there. Okay. And because I wanted to remove filters for me, I just went on to use something very visually close to what you would call a remove filter, basically. Okay. So whilst we are still on here, this page doesn't have any filter. So I want it such that when I click on this, it takes off every filter that is here. That is, it returns them to exactly what we have here. Okay. And that's what I have already anyway with my overview on the overview page. The overview does not take into account any filter at all until I put it. Okay. So what I would then do to action or to activate this image, and this image can be anything. You could just come on that button and choose whatever you want to represent that for you. You could come under shapes and choose any shape, for this purpose. I just decided to go the extra mile of, getting a proper image that would depict what I need, what I mean. Okay. So whilst I'm clicking on the image, let me click out for a bit so that we'll see what happened when I clicked on the image. Okay. So watch out for what would come up on this side. So I'm clicking on here, and can you see that a format pane appeared? If I click out, it disappears. So if I click on there, it appears, okay? So, and then under the format page, pane rather, under image, I've got style and I've got action. Okay, I need this action to not be off. I want it to be on, okay? So I'm going to on it and then expand that arrow. And under action, type, it says back at the moment. That's not what I want. So if I look for other options, I want it to work with my bookmark, okay? So I'm going to go for bookmark. And then under bookmark, I want to tag it with one of the bookmarks. So this is what I want to tag it with, overview, because it's my overview page that actually shows me this page without any filters, okay? And you know, it might have been better for me to have renamed that remove filters actually, because I used that for something else before. I didn't want to, you know, change the name, you know, but I could have just renamed this as remove filters so that it goes well with the action I'm about to use that to perform. But we all know that what I mean anyway. So I'll click on overview, you know, and that should, you know, that should work well. So if I now come here and apply filters, let's choose something else. Choose maybe Litware and China. Okay. So I want to clear all these filters and I just want to do it with just one click of a button. I'll come here and I click and nothing happens. But if you notice whilst I'm covering my cursor on that image, something's coming up there, uh, like a dialog box telling us to press Control plus this. So press down Control whilst you're clicking on here for it to work. So I'm going to press down my Control and click on that. And that just, you know, removes all of the filters, you know, straight away. So we've created the bookmark, and because we need a button to help us action exactly what we want that bookmark page to do, we went on to create an image or a button or whatever it is that you want to use. And then we went on to activate it under action. And we picked bookmark as the type of action for it to perform. And we picked exactly what we need, which of the bookmarks that we already have here, which of the bookmarks that we really need it to work as. So that's another way that you can use a bookmark. The first one was to, you know, create slideshows for your report pages. And now we've gone on to create a report view that with a remove filter image, which we linked to each other. So we've gone on to do that. Other ways that we can use bookmark is we can decide to use it to toggle, you know, between different visuals, you know. And what I mean, it's quite similar to what we did here, but maybe we just one step more, okay? So let's say my business requirement needs me to show these as a chart as the way it is right now, but also to show it as a table as well. So for me to save space, I want each one of them to overlap. I want the table view of this image to still be on top of this one, but I want to be able to click on this image here. So if I click on this image, I get the bar chart view. But if I click on this table image, I get the table view of it. So I want to be able to do that. How then do I do that? Okay. So for us to be able to achieve this, we would need another of the panes, the selection pane. Okay. We are going to need the selection pane. And what is a selection pane? So if I add these on, that comes up as well. It's added on. And your selection pane is just, it just gives an overview of all the elements that are on your report page. Okay. So different images that are here are listed under your selection pane. If there is any one of them that you want to hide for whatever reason, you get to be able to do that within your selection pane. For example, I don't want to see this total order quantity by manufacturer. And it's gone on to name each one of the images here by their titles, you know, or by the type of image or visual that they are. So if I don't want to see this, I'll just click on this icon here, and it's already telling me hide this visual. So if I click on that, it hides it, takes it away, basically. And if I check that again, it brings it back. Okay, so that's what the selection pane is for. So this image here would be that one. I didn't give it a name. And you can name each one, so that's just to reduce confusion. You don't know which image is which. So if I call that the bar chart image, okay, and I call this the table image. Okay, so which of the slicers is this? We've got quite a few slicers. So that's a slicer, but it's already highlighted region. So it's good to name these things so that you know exactly what you are working with each time you're doing your work, to name them accordingly. Now, this just says total order quantity by product. So if I click on that, it's this image here, okay?
Call you that. Okay.
And then this slicer, please mute. And this slicer here is the country slicer, okay? So let's country slicer. So we just keep, doing that. Matrix, do I have a matrix? Yes, it's this one here. So I'll ignore that. It's not really going to be very relevant to what I'm about to do, but it's just good to know that we can do that. Average, this one, okay. Average profit by brand. And this is our last one here. Okay, I'm going to focus more on this one very quickly. Let's see if we can get this done in 5 minutes. Okay, whilst I'm clicking on that one, let's quickly tidy up, do a bit of housekeeping. Anyway, let's tidy up what we are seeing here. That visual is not really in its best state. So if I come to the x-axis and switch off the title of it, because we know those are manufacturers, the y-axis, I'll switch off the title as well, because we know what that is. Then the value, let's make that a bit more, probably black. Bold. Please mute, please mute. Please mute yourself. If you are muted, please mute. And then the x-axis, we do the same. just so we can see what we are working with, at least a little bit. Okay.
Can you make me co-host, please, Sister Deb, so I can mute?
Okay. Right. I don't want this to show. All right. So just a little bit of, making that look a little more presentable. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier on. And the title, that title is not in its right frame of mind. So if I increase it a bit, holding it, and maybe we can center it. That looks a little, just a tiny wee bit better. Okay. Um, okay, so I've got that right. Now I'm going to make a copy of this particular visual. I'm just doing a Control-C and click out and Control-V. And now we have two. You can see that is added on here. Another one so the one on top, basically, that I just pasted is the one here. And the one we had formerly, is the one here. Okay. So if I decide to say, let's show this first. So if I decide to hide the one I just made, hide it, and so we have the previous one right there. And whilst we are in this view, I want this to be seen as, maybe let me double click this and put maybe bar in front of this one, so we know which is which. And I want this to be my table view. Okay, so which I've hidden it already. Okay, so in front of it right there, I'll put table, because I'm going to change that to a table view. Okay. Okay, so let me unhide for a bit. Click on it and change it to table. So I'm just picking table on here to change that to, that table is looking like it's not really eating in many days. So just a very quick formatting could help us. Holding it, yes. And then maybe the column headers as well. Let's give them some encouragement. Okay, so can align the title, the column headers centered. So that looks a little better than what we had previously. Okay, I'll leave that alone. Okay, so if I hide this table view for now, so we have this bit. Okay, so whilst we are in this view, I want to create, actually we did have a view already. I don't want to create too many views. We have a view already that shows exactly this view. And it's the order quantity, this one here. Okay, this order quantity here shows, shows that. Did I not hide table? Okay, so let's hide the table. Okay, all right. So I'm hiding the table, and I want this order quantity view. Okay, that's what I want. So I want to put action to this bar chart. So this is the action, and I want it to be bookmark, and the bookmark, I want it to be order quantities. Show me in this order quantity view. you know. So if I put that in, okay, so that should be fine. Okay, now, sorry, because this is distracting me, but we'll be fine. I'll call back. So we've got that in. Then I want to hide this and unhide the table view. Okay. Then create, we don't have a bookmark view of this yet. We had the other one in place. That's why I didn't bother to recreate it. Okay. So I'm going to, whilst we are here, don't worry about this being picked. It's not doing anything right now. Okay. So I'm adding this bookmark and we can call it table view order quantity, something like that. Table view order quantity. Okay. So anytime I click on this, it brings the table view. But the button I want, the button I want to be able to click on to give me, that action, is this button. So I come here, action that. Under action, I want it to be again bookmark. And under bookmark, it has to be the table view order quantity, that I want that to do. Okay. So that is all created now. So if we go into, okay, thank you very much for that reminder. It came upon us too quickly. Let's quickly see what has just been done. Exit this. That's not what I want to work with. Okay, so if we come on here, if I do I'm pressing down control. If I control click this, have I not unhidden? I need to unhide something. Okay. So everything has been put in now. There's some step that I didn't put in right. So normally clicking on this, clicking on this should bring me I think there's something I didn't do right there somewhere. Okay. Okay, actually it's the view and it's this table view. No, it should be the buttons that are helping me to view everything really. So under order quantity, why is this showing for order quantity?
I'm sorry, I think I noticed something.
Okay, please
Your
show.
other quantity, you have it as a table, and the table view too, you have it as a table. So both are both in tables, rather
Okay.
than this other quantity being in the graph.
Right.
The bar chart, sorry.
Yeah, I can see. So yeah, I've got overview, I've got other quantity. Other quantity should be in the graph mode, not graph view, not table view. So I've got
Yes.
both as, okay, I think that's what, thank you very much for noticing that. Because I'll just be sat there, wondering what happened. Okay. So let's see if we can, you know, edit, updates. Let me change this first, then I can talk about updating. So if we change this to that bar, mm, we don't have much time left, but it was this one. Yeah, okay, okay. Oh, I see. So bar is this, and it should, yeah, this is the bar and this is the table. So, it's interesting. So if I hide that and I have that, this should be table. If I don't completely, finish this bit today, I think we can, pick it up from there tomorrow. But I'm hoping that generally we do understand Okay. We do understand what bookmarks are about, then we can, toggle this last bit out and maybe do a bit more on bookmarking as well. There's more that we can achieve with um with bookmarking. Okay. So if I want all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Musa, for noticing that. Because you just saved us a lot of time that could have gone. So I'm clicking down control to get this one. What moved again? It worked just now. What happened? Hmm. So it looks like it keeps changing the bar by itself or something. So I've got table view and then this bar, okay, is hiding. Okay, it was hiding. I hid it. Let's see now. Click out. Um, Something is not still right. 1 minute is working, the next minute it's changed it for some reason. Yeah, this my bar keeps changing to table. Can you see what's happening? I don't know.
Sorry, I have a question. It's an observation as well.
Yeah, please.
Under the bookmark,
Hmm.
we have the order quantity. Are we supposed to repeat the table view there, or we'll just do it from the selection rather than having it here again? It's like it's duplicating it here.
I didn't get that. Say it again, sir.
Okay, under bookmark, you have order
Yeah,
quantity,
yeah,
which is supposed to be the graph format,
yes,
and you
yes.
have it again as table view. Are we supposed to do that? Is it not looking like a duplicate rather
It's
than just have it as order quantity? And if you want to select, you select from the selection, whatever you want to do from the selection, rather than repeating the table view order here under bookmark.
no, we should have it here. So the essence of the bookmark is okay, when I'm viewing the table view, okay, bookmark gives me the view of it when it's a table, and it should also have a view of it when it's a graph. So the two of them should actually be here already. So the selection is to hide one whilst the other one is showing. So while I'm showing the bar, table is hiding, and while I'm showing table, bar is hiding. That's the essence of the selection pane. But for the actual view, both of them has to be, in the bookmark. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah, sure it does.
Okay. Okay. So each time I click on here and I come here, you know what? Let's figure this out tomorrow because it's gonna be a long night. I'll see what the problem is, why I move away and that is disappearing. And we'll sort it tomorrow by God's grace is what I'm saying. But yeah, where's my Zoom?